Choujin X chapter 39, man. The boy, Shui Ishida, gave us 55 pages, bro, and it's only been 10 days since the last chapter. This makes me think it might be a minute. We might be in a drought before the next time we are blessed with another one. So we just gotta take this time to bask in the peak. And in this video, I will be giving you my takeaways while going over the chapter in its sequence of events, picking up right where we left off in chapter 38. And I'm talking about being in the classroom, bro, the meeting. We didn't get no blue balls, bro. We get right into the shits. Arthur 1 demanding an explanation from Tokio. Why are you against this opium raid? And we get Tokio not only voicing his opinion, but putting his nuts on the table and displaying a level of mental capacity along with pointing out the flaws with the plan. And let me just say, Sui Ishida was cooking this chapter. The storytelling, like look at Azuma. Azuma is in the shadows hating, but he uses Michael as the voice to display what Azuma is thinking internally. In this panel, you can see Azuma is essentially acting as the shadow to Michael. Furthermore, we get a contrasting image where Ellie is the light, being someone who stands up for Tokio when he is facing some backlash. And this is a more creative way to make Azuma appear to be even killed, right? We don't want him to be jumping out the window and being 100% obvious in his disagreement with Tokio, right? He may even agree with the plan, but he definitely has a problem with Tokio being the one to come in and shake things up. Now, as for Arthur 1, his initial arguments, in my opinion, were pretty weak. They pretty much stand on faith. Essentially, it was, I believe in Master Mato, therefore I believe in Yamato Mori. And this shows how dependent they are on those prophecies. It's almost as if they are the lifeline or the will of Yamato Mori. And I think that is where Tokio will start to separate himself from the rest of the pack. You know, being a free thinker in the midst of essentially what is a superhero religion. And after I saw this panel, I began to question, will we also witness a gap of skill, mental quickness, and restraint between Yamato Mori keepers and Tokio? This is day 1 of Tokio being back, and this is his first time hearing about this plan. Yet he is able to come up with a new strategy and deliver it in real time. And after Tokio drops this bar, we gradually see Arthur 1 becoming more open to hearing Tokio out. Now, although there was no action in this chapter, there still was a level of tension. By page 6, I'm ready to die for Tokio. He is my captain. And then we get to the next page, page 7. It's like, dude, you could feel the air being sucked out of the room. Because initially, it looks like Tokio is saying, look, I'll do the reconnaissance, everyone else just stay here. And in this manga, Sui Ishida has gave us real characters. He's gave us people with psychology, with minds, right? These aren't zombies. These aren't just action figures who live inside of a story. So from the perspective of the Yamato Mori keepers, you can see why any of them would be upset at this. Like, who are you? You just came here from Iwato. Now you're going to tell us not to do our mission. And on top of that, you're going to do everything by yourself, right? But things get cleared up as Tokio begins to expand on his plan, and Arthur 1 gives him the nod of approval. Now, when it's said and done, Sato gives Tokio 2 weeks, bro. He says, fuck that whole month. We don't got the time. 2 weeks. And of course, Azuma's there once again pouting like a hoe. And not only that, bro, look at Azuma walking out. He realizes, yo, Tokio didn't pick me. Tokio didn't pick me. Look at him walking out. It got to the point where he has to take his frustrations out on Ellie and hide the fact that he's even upset. Or at least attempt to hide it. We also get a montage of Tokio thinking out loud, and this essentially acts as a recap of characters that we've met, along with their relationships with one another. One thing we discover is that Elder Vlad was also one of Yamato Mori's founders, and Tokio is a pupil to an eagle. Now, there's a rumor going around in the Choujin X community, man, and I think Simon and Momoma are a couple, bruh, and it breaks my heart. It also will break Tokio's heart, but well, it'll be interesting. Someone gotta die then, right? They're couples, so hey, Momoma. I hope it's not Momoma. I hope it. But if I had to pick, damn. Okay, yeah. Oh. Well, regardless, we do get some information on what the CHIMERA is, or rather, what they are. Individuals that steal other people's powers by taking body parts that contain the ability, and they are able to do this by inheriting this power from another CHIMERA. Now, this is a very interesting panel because it makes me think of Master Mato. Is Master Mato a CHIMERA herself and is able to be clairvoyant because she stole somebody's eye? She also has that scar underneath her left eye. The Kagomori clan was also wiped out, who was essentially the army of Zora. Now, as for Batista, or the No Mask, we find that he isn't the one who took out the Kagomori clan. However, Could it have been Hoshi Sandek? That has been a theory that has been floating around the community ever since we've witnessed this body, bro. And if Master Mato is indeed a Noi Chimera, it's possibly the reason why she ordered Batista to be killed by Sandek. And Sandek may be the one who Batista met in order to inherit the ability. Near the end of the chapter, we see that Batista say he was once a part of an organization who halted his trials for Zember. Now, two come to my mind. One, of course, being Yamato Mori, but the other, the Noi Chimera, which some may be infiltrating Yamato Mori itself. And now it is day 5 out of Tokio's 2 weeks, and we see him sympathizing with Zora. He confides in Masamune and says that Zora isn't 100% a terrible person. Now, Masamune is a vessel of wisdom. He tells Tokio that he pities all living creatures who have the ability to think for themselves. And by this, he means Tokio and the position that he is in. Through the bird's eye view of Masamune and Tokio, nothing is as black and white as Yamato Mori and the tower make it out to be. Faith and prophecies can be dangerous. However, in this gray area, Tokio must follow through and make a decision. Hesitation leads to the risk of losing someone, which is a lesson that Sato also wants Tokio to remember. Now, Azuma does have like a little love interest moment with Palma, but I'm going to skip past that, bro. We skipping past that and we getting straight to the shits with Batista. We knew this was going to happen. Batista is intrigued by this whole zombification thing, and now he wants to know, will Zember work on them? He has a new and approved version of Zember too. Like the dead bodies, they say it's only gonna be 20% effective of medication, but this is that new shit. This is that new strain. This is that new motherfucking fentanyl, bruh. And Batista promises within 2 days, I will have 80 bodies for you. Now, originally I thought, okay, there's gonna be a big massacre coming, but then I remembered the tower. The tower houses many dead bodies and they burn them, so I figure he's probably gonna go back to the tower and then bring them back to the life support. Now, the timeline does get tricky for Tokio because by then, he will only be 1 week into his whole 2-week plan that he initially wanted 1 month for. Now, as for Palma, I really am surprised by her personality. She's very cheery and whatnot, and she's always around dead bodies, which is crazy. But I think we find her in the same position as Tokio, in that gray area, because she has just met Azuma, someone she's, having a crush on and whatnot, but she's also working with Batista. She may have already made the bad decision, so it's interesting to see where this is going to play out in the future. But man, bro, we are gearing up to some real shit. Now, I'm hoping, I do hope that they give us a little dog. You know what I just noticed? Those dead bodies have the mark of the beast on them. So imagine that with Zember. That army is going to be crazy, fam. Like, it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap, bruh. Peace. I'll see y'all next chapter.